You should
Yeah.
make a song about ashwagandha.
Ashwagandha forever, bro.
You gotta do like like a instead of the Wakanda, it's
Yeah.
like a ashwagandha.
It's all the rage. It's all the rage. Right?
Every guy on there is like halfway cock diesel, and this is gonna put him over the edge. She's like, I could do a
You
fucking
know,
42-inch box jump after I
I
drink
knew
this.
I knew it was serious. Okay, yeah, you see it on TikTok everywhere. I knew it was serious though when I went to Target, and I'm telling you where it was supposed to be and the label was and how much
Yeah,
it was gone.
yeah,
You know how like they have like 20 of these stacked? You
yeah.
just push your way through to get one. The whole sleeve was sleeveless. You know what I mean?
Wow.
This is the last time I'm putting y'all on a supplement that I take because I'm down to my last 3-4 capsules and there's no fucking ashwagandha, glizzy pills, whatever the fuck you want to call it, to be found. Ain't that some shit? I told you motherfuckers, don't go spending your life savings and shit. Don't go and you motherfuckers fucking wipe the fucking stores out. I went to Walmart, no glizzy pills. I went to Kroger, no glizzy pills. I went to HEB, no glizzy pills. For y'all who don't know what HEB is, it's a store in Texas. Nowhere to be found. Why? Why? We gotta do better, man.
Easily I approach the fifth of him because there ain't no joke.
It's fucking hot, bro.
Right. What's that?
It's hot here in the Bay Area.
Dude, I was okay. All right, here we go. Drink tokens. Drink tokens
Drink
number
tokens.
drink
Torpedo.
Yeah. Drink tokens number 16. It's the boys and only the boys. And there's been a lot of shit going down that we can't
No
control.
guest. We haven't done no guest in a while.
Yeah, but I mean, god damn it, there's been so much shit going on. It's like sometimes this is where the podcast needs to be authentic, where legitimate and trying to do some good things. We got Batman on. Fucking if some other homeless person wants to jump on and charity, that's fine. But sometimes we just need to fucking vent. And this is me.
Sometimes we have to show our own skills too, right? Right?
Oh, somewhere over the rainbow.
We have to show our own normal skills, right?
Yeah, I don't have any skills.
People say that I haven't been singing in a while, so I thought I'd start off the show with a song, you know?
Do it.
Are you ready?
Yeah, do it.
We'll start the show off with a little song for the ladies. Are you ready? Here we go. Whoop-dee, my life's like a fucking movie. Hey, blue cheese, I'm addicted to blue cheese. I'm about that paper like Bruce Lee. Hey, got my chickens in a row like a 2-piece. You can have your bitch back, she a groupie. She swallowed all my kids up in the 2C. There it is.
God damn. That was fire. Who was that? Who was that?
Some whoop-dee for you right there. Zaza, you know what I mean?
Oh,
the kids will know. The kids will know about it.
Damn, the kids know too much. The kids are vaccinated for the most part. I mean, they're getting there. The kids are now able to go do whatever the fuck they want in public with no mask.
Yeah.
I like the mask. That was a nice barrier for kids. Now kids are out there. It's on. It's on again.
Speaking of protection, I thought I'd share this. Got this at Target.
Is that a condom?
No. I wish they had this when we were stinky in college. It's a credit card Axe spray. It's like a credit card. Can you believe that?
So you put your credit card in there and then you could just spray yourself real quick?
Yeah, it's Axe pocket spray.
Oh, Jesus.
Isn't that ingenious?
No, it's gonna, dude. I had Axe one time when I first started my real job, and I sprayed it like for a hot second. I was like, shh. And then the old men on the other side, which were probably like judges, were like, oh my God, someone's got like a small dick or some, they were like some.
Yeah, but this is,
thing.
I mean, where was this when we needed it in college? You
I
just
didn't,
put this in your pocket. It's instant smell good, not hungover going to class.
were you always what do you call it? Cologne guy? Yeah, cologne. I couldn't think of the name.
Speaking of cologne, remember before the pandemic, the bars and the clubs would have that one old timer in the bathroom.
Oh yeah,
what happened? Like tip them $1.
Yeah,
spray you with some polo.
Yeah, what happened to that guy?
That was a cherry job, man. In the bathroom.
You had
like remember, you would buy like a loose cigarette all the time.
Oh yeah, I love a loose cigarette.
You get a loose cigarette and a Tic Tac.
Yeah.
Go ahead, hit me with some of that Gucci on the way out, and you just tip the dude, right?
That's so funny. Oh,
remember that? Remember that gig?
Yeah, I mean, I remember like fucking frequenting that person because that you brought back something that was like the most awesome fucking thing you had to do, like a task. If you had a task when you were drinking, was asking people for loosies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you didn't have to. You just go to the bathroom and bite off the old time.
I know, but if he wasn't there, like most establishments back in my day didn't have those. But it was like a fucking thing. You'd have to ask, like, you got to the smoking section, you'd be like, hey, but can I bum a cigarette? Hey, can I bum a cigarette? And you'd be so lucky if there was like a cigarette machine. But you know what I mean? Yeah. What happened? So what happened to those guys? Did they go back to their janitor grandpa jobs? Like, what are they doing?
No. I guess as soon as these bars get super jumping, they'll be back in the bathroom.
I'm surprised that those bars that you went to had them, because I thought that was always like a fancy hotel kind of thing.
No, I mean, no, downtown. I think not downtown bars, but downtown San Jose clubs.
Yeah,
had that old OG. Leroy Brown up in there just spraying people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
that was so clutch though. It was clutch.
Yeah, you'd always be tempted to get like a condom, and I'm trying to think what other things he had, maybe a Snickers bar or something.
Yeah, like you definitely had gum.
Yeah.
Yeah, like gum.
But you didn't need everything he had. You just needed like the cologne was key.
Yeah.
And the gum, because you've been boozing all night long and nobody brought gum.
I like though he's always had the toilet paper out. Like as soon as you're washing your hands, he'd be pulling the toilet paper out and he'd have it ready for you.
Yeah. I wonder how much those guys made at the peak. Like, do you got to be like a gangster to drop him a hundo, or like my $1 is going to get you? Like the $1 couldn't even cover a cigarette.
I'm sure those people didn't get paid hourly. They weren't like on payroll, but they probably walked away with the easy 100 a night, easy 100, 150.
That sounds like a lot. I used to wait tables for fucking 4 hours and make like $30.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if he's making 100 in that bathroom, shit.
You're talking like 9 p.m. to 2 a.m.
Yeah.
In between midnight and 2 a.m. is biggest tips. People are just fucked up, right?
Yeah. Wasn't there a what movie was that where like the guy's dad was the janitor? Was that like fuck, what movie was that, like
with
the Gigolo? Yeah, no, it was either Adam Sandler or Rob Schneider, but his dad was like the guy to like plunge the toilet, and that was like a scene. He's like having dinner with his dad, and the next thing he knows, they're like, oh, someone fucked up the stall, and he had to go in there like plunge the toilet before they finished their conversation.
Thanks.
How's it going?
Pretty good. Hey, Dad, let me ask you a question.
And what's that, son?
Do you think it's wrong for a man to accept money from a woman to, show her a good time?
I was just thinking about that this morning. The idea of a man whore is a relatively new idea. Cologne?
No, thanks.
These women are looking for something more than just sex. They want romance.
What do you mean?
Well, it was like when I met your mom. God rest her soul. I didn't have so much as a toilet to clean. Still, I wasn't going to pay her a dime for sex, no matter what she was charging.
What?
Well, your mom could have had any man she wanted in that strip club. And this being my first time in Bangkok, I was looking for a good time myself.
You met Mom where?
Oh, it's not important. The thing is, she saw something in me. Beyond the 200 baht. A man with an eye for adventure. Who wasn't afraid to risk it all.
Dad, are you saying that...
So we took all her $1 bills off the stage, said goodbye to that donkey. And 2 days later, we were man and wife. And we were happily married. Long time.
So do you think I should be more of a risk taker?
Worked for me.
Thanks, Pops.
Well, son, looks like I've got some work to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, look at these kids, man. They're spoiled. They got this pocket axe now. Just throw in their pocket, man. Just
I love
smell good.
I love your observations. They're so fucking like, damn, I should have had that back in the day, kind of shit.
I saw it and I'm like, I gotta have that. It's good for work too, right? After lunch, maybe you ate some pho or some stinky burrito that's on your fucking tie or shirt.
Yeah.
Right? You know, food kind of lingers.
But okay, so on that note, like, what is the go-to bathroom spray? Because like my wife and daughter bought the poop one that's named like Poopery.
Oh yeah,
but that one, that good. Yeah, that one's a little too lemony. It kind of stings your nostrils and just makes your poop smell terrible. But you know what I really like is like a Febreze. Like Febrezes are pretty dialed into like a nice like mellow scent that covers most stuff.
Febreze is good.
Yeah.
You know, I went overseas to like Japan and Korea. You go to like these barbecue places or any eatery.
Yeah.
There's Febreze on your way out. So, you know, so you don't smell like the food, you Febreze yourself.
Yeah. That's pretty dope. I like that.
Yeah.
So where were you today? So here we go. We got a whole weekend that just transpired. We're kind of jumping into Sunday. So what did you get into this weekend? I mean, you don't need to be specific, but
my daughter went to like 2 different birthday parties, graduations, just a whole lot of graduations right now, right?
Yeah, all grades and shit. Yeah. Yeah, I feel good for those kids. I mean, the hard part is like
if you feel good for them. They didn't even go to school. Well, they had to graduate online. That sucks.
Well, that's what I'm. Oh, but what are they doing at their house? So you're telling me that they didn't actually graduate in school, that they're graduating.
Virtual. They like have a virtual.
It's like a barbecue for their graduation or something.
Yeah. It's like, hey, close family, come over. But there was no real ceremony.
Oh, okay.
Right?
But I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at the family like throwing a little party at the house.
Yeah. At the least, that's all you. I feel bad for the kids though.
Yeah. I mean, which graduation were you super psyched about?
I don't know. I mean, all of them. They were all fun. You got to hang out with your buddies and goof off, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think my worst was like high school because, you know, I jumped around high schools, and then there was like a senior trip that wasn't like a legit senior trip. Like my boys, they went out to like LA or something. Yeah. Ours was like you get to go on a boat ride around the bay in San Francisco, and it was like a casino night. But like I didn't know anybody. Yeah, I didn't know anybody.
Casino nights were good, man.
Yeah,
I miss like, those days.
Well, because it's casino nights, you can act like you're a habitual gambler with an addiction.
Yeah.
Get out there.
Someone always sneaks in a flask.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think people were gonna bring in weed and all kinds of shit, but it didn't work out that way. But
hey, how do you like the Venom? You like the Venom?
So where'd you get that thing at?
It's like a big comic book cover here.
Did you draw that?
No. I just bought it, man. It looks cool, huh?
Yeah, it's cool if you like that.
If you like it, it's Venom.
Well, I mean, you should have you should have a
number one, man.
A poster of Jake Paul fighting.
Oh yeah.
We should have a green screen on there. But I know I like that. That's cool.
I'm gonna intermix it. I got a bunch of different new posters.
Yeah.
So every couple of weeks I'll change it.
Maybe one of these days it'll be a sponsor for us. But so anyway, going back to your like, what was your favorite like sort of graduation?
I guess high school, yeah.
Yeah. Were you
High
like,
school, right?
were you fired up to be done with high school and to move on to the next thing? Or was it just kind of like, it was just there on your
You know
plate?
what? You know what was fun, but they probably don't even do it anymore. Was grad night was at Disneyland, right? We all got in a bus and went to Disneyland, and all
Yeah.
these other high schools are there, and it's open till like 2 a.m. And it's just you and your buddies from high school going to Disneyland. That was
Yeah.
cool. And I remember some dudes were like dropping stuff and taking drugs. And, you know, that was our time to explore booze, and then
Yeah.
you know,
You're pretty
that
much
was
like,
fun.
you're at like the jump off point right there.
Yeah.
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 Crazy Frank would go buy some alcohol because nobody carded him since 1995.
Were you guys in the same grade?
Yeah. He seems older, but he was in the same grade. But he's always looked grizzled, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. There's always guys like that. There's always guys like that could just roll into whatever store and
I
buy whatever.
don't, you know, we definitely went to some shady like bootleg liquor stores, like not in the major popular areas, but whatever store we picked, they never carded him. Never.
Yeah. I remember we always used to go to like in the city in the Excelsior, there'd be this like the street called Mount Vernon, and we'd always go there. It was probably like Indian or something like that would run it, but they never carded anybody. But when we would go to other neighborhoods, there'd be a rumor about it, and then you try it and they'd be like no, and then that would be it. But we always had one spot for sure. But my friends are always more into like the weed, so like we'd have to go to the ghetto to get the weed, and that was always fucking shady because like that's more like on that racist bullshit where you got to drive to like somebody at some other culture's neighborhood to exploit them. You know what I mean? But I mean,
hopefully we see some hookers on the way. That'd be cool.
No, I don't even know where the hookers were. Like San Francisco wasn't one of those scenes. I don't think it was until maybe San Jose they actually started seeing them. Definitely Stockton. Like, when Sophie was just a baby, we'd go to Stockton to go see her grandma.
The 209.
Yeah, that was like Wilson Way. Shout out Wilson Way in Stockton, 209. There was fucking chicks in like little mini skirts, just like you imagine.
Nice.
Like little pink ones. And
hookers on the point.
Yeah, it was.
Remember that old HBO show? Like when you were young,
yeah.
they had that hooker show on HBO. Did you ever sneak away and watch that?
No. Is that
like it followed around hookers and how they did their business on HBO?
Oh my god.
Like they wouldn't dare show that anymore, but it was, I don't know, maybe 20 years ago.
You're right. You're right about they wouldn't share it, but why wouldn't they? Because we know we should be doing better.
One girl had like dentures, and she's like, "Yeah, I give the blessed blowjob when I take out my dentures."
She's just like full gummy all the way.
Yeah. We'll have to look that one up.
Oh my god, dude.
I think it was Hookers on the Point or something like that.
I like your point though. Why don't they show that anymore? Why do they show? I watched one the other day that was like this guy was eating food in Africa, and he was in this like this area of whether it's West Africa or whatever, but it was like a where they traded slaves. So it was a town where people ran to from the slave traders, and then the actual port or the land where they sent them away. So it was like this whole like comparison, but like they'll show the history of slavery where they did fucked up things to thousands, hundred thousands, but like a prostitute, they won't show that anymore because it's, I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm just trying to touch on your point. Like, I feel like cancel culture is like definitely protective of certain things.
Speaking of being cock diesel, I texted you earlier. Are you into the ashwagandha? Have you been into this craze?
No. So that's
I got some right here.
Is it? It's an alternate. Okay, what does that say? It says golly. Oh, okay. What does it do?
Well, I don't know. I just saw it all over TikTok. People are like, "These are the new glizzy pills."
Okay, what's it say?
It's cheap. It's inexpensive. It's an herb, and it boosts testosterone.
Okay. Did you start taking it yet?
Yeah, I took about 20 today. No, it just came in the mail. It's actually what it does is it lowers cortisol. Cortisol? Am I saying that right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It lowers cortisol, which then naturally will boost a man's testosterone.
Okay, so what is testosterone to you? What's it going to do for you? Like lift heavier?
I just keep me young. I don't give a shit what it does. Really, just as long as it keeps me young. Maybe it leans me out. Maybe it gets me more cock diesel. But either way, this stuff's all over the internet right now. It's like a crazy craze. Like people are like, "You've been sleeping on the ashwagandha." You know, have you seen it pop up in your feed?
I've seen it, but I don't want to be racist. But it's typically like black dudes that are probably already good to go, and then they just like are pushing these pills.
So why are they pushing it?
I don't know. Maybe
you're probably right though, but why do they want it so bad? I guess they want to be extra cock diesel, you know.
Well, when you get older, I feel like a lot of men in general, like you start getting gray, you start like you're not like that young dude that could just come out of the closet, you know, like not come out of the closet, but
come out of the closet.
Well, come out of his house.
It is June. Go ahead.
Yeah. But just he could come out of his house and be ready to go when like you got this old guy that's starting to look like white on white on white, even though if he's like, you know, Mexican or black or whatever, he just got white hair. So now you need like this thing that's going to keep you like,
well, it's supposed to also reduce stress and just kind of make you, it's an overall well-being pill, you know. But whatever reason, it gets your glizzard. You know what I mean?
Oh shit, that's cool.
But it's inexpensive. Yeah. It's all, well, it's actually kind of sold out everywhere. Like you go to Target, dude, it's sold out.
I'm not saying go buy a fucking lifetime of this shit. I'm not saying go spend your fucking savings on it. But I'm not gonna lie, it did increase the glizzy a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, like, yeah, I know I gotta be transparent with y'all. You know what I'm saying? When I looked it up, the benefits were saying like reduces anxiety, stress, helps with blood flow and shit like that, vascularity. You know, I'm seeing the benefits come in. I'm like, hold on now. I go do my research, and they say something about the glizzy jumping up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah, do what you will with that information.
GNC, it's like,
damn,
it's like someone just invented the wheel, or someone just found out about caffeine. Like, it's crazy. Ashwagandha.
I like that you're quick to find like the ultimate pill. You're like the pill guy. You're like, what pill is gonna get me going in the morning so I can get some more reps in? Yeah.
But I mean, if you're scrolling any social media, I guarantee you'll see the ashwagandha forever.
I've seen it, but I don't know what I need. I told Sophie though, like for me, it's just about energy. If you keep your energy up, you could do more things and like keep your mind stimulated. Yeah. But then I don't know if some people are like, I need to get like a bigger swole, or I need to get my shit hard, or like what. So that's what I mean. Is like some people probably have different angles. For me, it's trying to keep my energy up because I'll take a fucking nap. You know what I mean? Like I will nap hard, especially after like some Chili's or Chipotle or something like that.
No, I hear you. But I figure I might as well try it. You know, you think all these people are jumping online because it doesn't work, right?
So did you take 20 today? Because I want to know the result.
I did the recommended amount,
which is what?
Two gummies. So I don't know. Right. We'll see what happens.
I hope it works out for you. Is your wife prepared for anything or no?
Actually, I know when I wanted to order this, my wife said it's for women.
Really?
Well, a lot of women take it.
For what? They're just
for calming, stress, calming effect. It's not just for men. It lowers cortisol all the way around, and it's just a good herb. Is
it the herb?
I don't know. We'll find out, dude. How can a million Indians be wrong?
Wow.
Well, that's where it's from. That's who invented it.
All right. No, you're good. Let me divert the subject. So I'm gonna try to break down my little weekend for you, and then like trying to keep
the weekend's not even over.
Okay. Well, shit. I've already been doing shit since Friday. So let me try to break it down. So my grandma, who's like in their 90s, is starting to fade away, and you know, all the medical stuff has said so no surprise to anybody. You know, you get to be a little bit older, that this kind of shit happens. So the only thing that's sort of the controversial piece is that you know, she's in a hospital, like it's Kaiser. You know, they don't give her a whole room. When you're pregnant, they give you a room, they give you a flat screen TV, they give you Netflix, they give you shit like that. When you're dying, it's a fucking it's a voting booth. Essentially, you have a curtain you could open and close, you have a bed, you have 2 chairs that are smashed on the wall. That's it. So it's tight to visit. And she literally said she probably has 100, kids and grandkids combined, great grandkids combined. Yeah. So like everybody wants to visit. And I guess like over Memorial Day, a lot of people did visit, which is great. But now it's like the news is like becoming a little more finalized. So the hospital situation is the part that's kind of like limiting people to visit because, one place has different rules. And as she starts to get to the point where, it's tighter, like money wise and all that kind of stuff, it's less people. So there was this whole like Facebook thing. So, about how are people getting notified these days? So the first question is kind of like, Facebook seems sort of old, right? Like who uses it? If you're a bunch of aunties and uncles and people, Facebook's the right place. If you're a fucking 20-year-old, 25, 18, where's the right? I mean, are you doing texting? Are you doing Discord? Are you doing, I don't even know where the fuck you communicate. So part one of this is just how the fuck do you communicate with a family of 100 people? Like
group text,
but then, okay. So I agree, but I also think that,
or email, old fashioned email.
But I'm also thinking though that like back in our day, you had one house phone, and the other family had one house phone, and so on and so forth. But nowadays, it's like every motherfucker, you have 100 fucking numbers for the 100 family members. Whose job is to keep this up? There's no fucking secretary in the business. So you're kind of having to rely on like certain channels to like, you broadcast here, you broadcast here. And that's kind of what happened in the family. They were like, okay, well, there's, besides my trunk of the tree or branch of the tree, there's like these mothers and fathers, like my aunts and my uncles, that could pass this information. And then it became this whole issue where like the grandkids weren't getting it, or the great grandkids weren't getting it. And it's like, okay, well, I understand that you can't really get this information, but the other part is like this, the main person's, the grandma who's dying, her shit's changing day to day. So you're not getting it fast enough.
Sense of urgency. You gotta have a sense of urgency.
Yeah, you got to be on top of this shit. So anyways, it was just an interesting thing to see it deteriorate. People were pissed. People were telling people to shut up. All this was like in this whole like Facebook, the messenger was this whole dialogue. I was like showing my daughter. I was like, hey, Sophie, like check this out. And she was like laughing at it.
What are people so concerned about?
That, well, everybody like once it's kind of like that time, everybody wants to get in there and get their last, because otherwise the time you saw them before was just like, hey, how you doing? Okay, I love you, cool. This is like that time now where it's like
serious.
Thank you very much. I love you. You did me solid. I hope you're just amazing. This is like that opportunity to just kind of say that, like, because when my mom passed, it was like very much like she couldn't really talk at that point, and I was just like, I love you. I always still have that where you can't really decide what to say, but anyway, that's just kind of it. It's just like, what can you say? And when it's the time, then you're going to try to say more. But it's also like this other thing where just everybody's pissed about not knowing, and not a lot of people, it's not being in the right situation to be able to take off for work. I mean, that's my theory.
Like
you
might have to drive far or fly,
or just even take the day off of work. Like we had talked about that before. It's just like you have a certain amount of sick days in a normal job, but then how do you, like, if you need to take one more sick day or family day, how do you do that? Right? It's not easy to do that in some jobs anyway. So yeah.
Chronos.
What's Chronos?
Chronos is how people clock in and out, man. Chronos.
Yeah, we have like ours is pretty easy once you get to a certain time. But yeah, I mean that's really all it is. It's two things. It's like being able to like sense of urgency, and the other part is just being able to say your piece. And if you don't do either of those two, if you don't have that power in those two things.
So let's get to your exact personal story.
Yeah.
Did you get to say goodbye?
Yeah. So again, just kind of being, I mean, I hope other people see it and understand, but like basically we don't have that limb of the tree. My dad passed.
Mhm.
There's no person there. So we got word from the other aunties that like my brother and I, who are just two of us, that this was going on. So I was like, okay, I could wait to the right situation, but I was like, okay, I'm in a position where I could pay and just spend a day to do that. So I only saw her for about an hour, but I spent like X amount of time getting there and doing all that, renting a car and blah blah blah. So I did get to do that, and it was good to do. But I know a lot of other, so that part I'm fortunate to do, but I know a lot of other people, like my grandma raised a lot of the kids too. So that's like probably a Mexican thing, or just a lot of like, you know.
So she knew you were there though and recognized you?
Yeah. She's still talking. She's hilarious.
Okay.
She's kind of hilarious. So she's still aware. And she kind of was like, so part of the like the conversation we had was like, she was kind of like saying like they did a good job. And of course they did a good job. They had all this huge family. They did the best they can.
Mm-hmm.
Part of it was like, she was kind of talking about her husband that passed, like when my dad passed, and my grandpa. And she was like, he helped everybody, but he couldn't earn any money. Like kind of like a stab. Yeah. You're not really making any dough. But then she was talking about somebody else, and then it was like we couldn't really hear who she's talking about. So my aunt was like, who are you talking about, Mom? And she's like, Maria, like just like
get some last shots in.
yeah. Out of her bed, she's like, Maria. And then so it was like hilarious. But yeah, she's still there, so that's why everyone like can go see her.
And you went by yourself, or?
Yeah, dude, I fucking
wow.
I learned this back at work. You can make a day trip of anything. So a lot of people would go from like San Francisco to San Diego for like a meeting or two, especially when it involved like, you know, like you're meeting with Mexico on a border project. So so I was like, fuck it, I'll wake up at like 4, jump on the ferry at 5:20, drive down the airport, get on at 8:00, get into Sacramento at about 11. Fucking budget rent-a-cars had the fucking biggest line for hours, dude, because like, you know, everything's going up in price. Their shit is the cheapest, and I still paid for one day over $200 for a car.
What about, why don't you just Uber?
To get from Sacramento to Modesto is about an hour and 10 minutes.
That was the closest you can get. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I tried to look
up what you're saying.
Stockton, but there wasn't really like a legitimate Stockton didn't have a legitimate airport. So then I went there, and I only spent about an hour there, and then I fucking did the whole trip back. So
damn.
Yeah, it was like a long, it was fine. It was a long day. Sacramento's got a shout out Sacramento Airport. They had actually, it was like fucking super unbusy.
I don't think people are going to Sacramento right now.
I know. I don't know why. Sacramento's got probably 1 million people up there, but yeah, it was like, it had like a bar. It had multiple restaurants. I was in the Delta Wing, so multiple restaurants, hardly anybody there. So yeah.
Did you make any like quick friends? Like, you know?
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, on the plane. So we get on the plane going home, and there was this couple that like I sat next to the wife, and it was like a small plane, like basically 2 seats on the left, 2 seats on the right. So that's it.
Yeah.
And so it was like a guy and his husband and a wife. As soon as the guy got on, in 2 seconds, he's talking to the lady, like this old lady sitting next to him, and she was fucking hilarious. She was like talking hella shit about like living, like she lives up in Alaska or something weird, but she's from like Sonora area, you know, Angels Camp. And so she was talking about like people, weed dealers that are taking over the town.
Wow. And
like, you know, water policy issues and the fires that happened. She was just like spilling the tea. And then but I was sitting next to the wife, so I didn't really want to like start shouting out the wife, you know. So I mean, she's just a younger lady. But anyway, it got to a point where we started to get into Oregon, and the turbulence started hitting. And so like it was kind of bouncy, and then all of a sudden it was like boom, and she had like a Miller Lite, and she like dumped it like between the two of us, and I was like fuck, you know. But then it was like not too bad on me. So I was like cool. She's like apologizing, and she's like, this is my first time on a plane, and I'm like, oh shit, really? Like you get this?
I think some old timers, was it the young lady or old lady who said that?
The young lady.
I think sometimes people just say that to fuck with people.
Yeah, because she kind of didn't like. I think if I was
My first time would have been. I ain't believing nobody who says that unless you're 10 years old. Don't be feeding me a line of shit. You know what I mean? I think that's just a conversation starter.
You're probably totally right. Because I was like, you bailed a beer.
Yeah.
You weren't like fucking pissed at your husband for not sitting in the window. Like, I mean, there like a bunch of things I would have like first time on a plane. I'd be super psyched. I'd be like, let me sit by the window. Let me fucking.
You should have asked them, what the hell are you guys doing in Sacramento?
Yeah, I don't. Well, they live by Sacramento. I guess that's close. But why were they going to like Alaska? You know what I mean?
I get it. Okay, yeah.
But so that was
probably gonna go take care of a body of some sort.
Yeah.
They're to dispose of a body.
But the funny part was just that, like, so that was her first trip. So and these two were obviously like kind of starting their life out. Like, he's a UPS driver, she's a school teacher, right? And then like after all that, it was waiting at the budget place, or actually before that was a budget place, and there was two chicks there that I was just kind of listening to their conversation, but they were both young school teachers, and they were talking about how much money they were making. But the funny part was that they were both like, we're not making any money, but the one chick had like 3 trips planned. So right now she was going into the Bay Area to do some shit. The like next trip was to Hawaii. The next trip was to like Germany, all in this year. Like basically like post-pandemic, I'm about to ball out kind of trips.
Yeah.
And I was like,
got kids, you can do that.
Yeah, but it didn't sound like her money situation was like the situation to do it. So I was kind of like, okay, maybe your parents figure it out, or
maybe some dudes paying for it.
Yeah, it could be. But that's the cool thing about going places. Like, you hear all these stories, you kind of you're a participant in some bullshit, like waiting for like 40 minutes to get a car, or you're fucking sacrificing time to do something. But then you do get some like rando experiences, like somebody spilling a beer because of turbulence, or you've been like
really traveling lately.
Yeah, well, it sounds like
you should. Why don't you promote the podcast when you travel? Like, what are your hobbies? Oh, it's funny you ask.
Well, I do. With my brother's stuff, his crowd knows, but with my other family, it was literally I only talked to 3 people in a tent. Oh, yeah. So that's pretty limited. But I guess to your point, I should probably get a shirt like the one I have already got is done. I need to get.
What do you mean? You washed it too many times?
Yeah, and I got like cat hair on it. It's pretty rough. It looks like a vintage Led Zeppelin t-shirt at this point. But yeah,
don't worry, we're getting more. Don't worry.
Yeah, so like, yeah, I probably totally should. But that's the other part. It like gives you ideas. Like, that's the one thing they say about comedy. It's like, unless you're on the road, like getting stories, it's hard to like, figure all that.
Yeah, you got to get out there and talk shit to people.
Yeah. So how was so I know you were kind of at a few gigs today, but were you able to like kind of holler at people and get some interesting?
No, not really. I was mostly taking I'm kind of like the uncle, the dad, I'm taking care of the kids, the dog. So, I mean, Ozzy goes everywhere with us. So I'm in charge of him, and everybody wants to pet him, and kids come over. So, it was short and sweet.
That's cool, bro. Well, I'm glad we're doing this tonight. I mean, so I've been trying to compile a little bit of like, I may work it in here a little bit as like a little bit of like a mixtape. Just with some music and some other clips.
Music, man.
Yeah, I like your little ukulele. So have you been busting this out, dude?
Yeah, I just been practicing. And you ever see that guy Aaron Banks or Ernie Banks? Or he does this to like hip hop, like Migos and everybody.
Does he do a good
job? Super famous.
Does he do a good job, or does he just strum the strings?
Oh no, he's good. He's good. Like if you can sing with that guy, then like you've made it in hip hop. You know what I mean? I can't believe you've never seen this guy.
No, a lot of guys. There's a lot of
Ernie Banks.
There's a lot of guys that are amazing. Like Jesse's really. My wife's into Mark Rebelle. And he does like he kind of does like a Reggie Watts, like he's got a beat machine and piano, Watts. And he does this thing. He's got one that's like get out of bed, bitch, go. It's like a kind of a hype little like house song that he made.
Get the fuck out of bed, bitch, go. Get up, and then they got go. Wake up, bitch, get up. Get up. Get up.
But
here's this guy.
Okay.
Einer Banks or Ener Banks. Erner Banks. You know, it shows you've made it big if Erner Banks wants you to rap with him while he does his ukulele.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll have to find it.
So do people are like real bands hitting them up? You said with
Mostly
Migos?
hip hop. It's mostly all hip hop.
Yeah.
Like Blueface, you know, current trendy young hip hop people.
I like that they're super into fucking like stuff like that. Like kitschy, you know, like this guy could really fucking use his harmonica and they'll fucking hit him up and they'll be like, dude, you're in the in crowd.
Put your hand in mine. You know that I want to be with you all the time. You know that I won't stop until I make you mine. You know that I won't stop until I make you mine. Until I make you mine.
What about our guests? Let's talk about guests.
Okay.
Let's get serious. What's going on next weekend is
the boxer dude.
Oh, he's on for sure, right?
No, we'll lock him in this week.
Okay, we'll lock him in. Okay.
Yeah, we'll lock him in this week.
We need to have more female guests. That's the feedback I've been getting.
Okay, do they need to be single or it doesn't matter?
It can be anybody.
do they need to be professionals or not professionals?
Bianca Diaz, 408. You need more female guests.
Well, who the fuck is Bianca Diaz?
Oh, she's huge, man. She's big around here.
Everyone's got more followers than us, so I appreciate you, Bianca. I'm not trying to talk shit about you. I just don't know who anybody is. So
you need more female local artists. That's what we need. I believe her.
Okay, this isn't a charity. First of all, this is not a charity for anybody that has a side hustle. We need people that have followers so we can also benefit from this.
Oh my God, that's marketing. Oh
yeah, but that's fine. It's fine. Like we already hollered at people, so we already hollered at you. You're in. But if we haven't hollered, then you know, how excited are you? Like we go back to like Nissan and who the fuck are you? That guy is putting out content like a motherfucker every day. Like every day he's got 17.
We should have him back on soon.
I know he's got 17 shows going every day. I don't know how he lives his life.
I don't know how he stays married.
Yeah. He's got his business has 6 DJs, and then at night he's got 2 shows. Like Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Does his kids see him? I don't even know. Man.
Yeah. No, they're old though. I think they're pretty old.
I don't know. We need to have him back on though. That's a good idea.
You know what's funny is I think people that do like rave drugs stick around longer than people that don't do. Like people that booze don't last long, but people that do ecstasy.
Maybe there's some like healing properties in rave drugs.
Like acid and Molly and all that stuff. It just keeps you going. It's all that fake synthesized drugs. I don't know. Yeah.
I'm on the Ashwagandha.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna take one right now.
Do it.
Let's take one right now.
Yeah. How you feeling?
It's pretty tasty.
So how many of you? Is it a gummy? Is
good.
it really a gummy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's why they're not fucking gummy bears,
So good, man. So good.
You should make a song about ashwagandha.
Ashwagandha forever, bro.
you gotta do like a instead of the Wakanda, like a ashwagandha.
It's all the rage. It's all the rage. Right?
Every guy on there is like halfway cock diesel, and this is gonna put him over the edge. She's like, I could do a fucking 42-inch box jump after I drink.
I knew I knew it was serious. Okay, yeah, you see it on TikTok everywhere. I knew it was serious though when I went to Target, and I'm telling you where it was supposed to be and the label was and how much it was gone.
Yeah.
You know how like they have like 20 of these stacked?
Yeah.
You just push your way through to get one. The whole sleeve was sleeveless. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah.
This is the last time I'm putting y'all on a supplement that I take because I'm down to my last 3-4 capsules, and there's no fucking ashwagandha, glizzy pills, whatever the fuck you want to call it, to be found. Ain't that some shit? I told you motherfuckers, don't go spending your life savings and shit. Don't go and you motherfuckers fucking wipe the fucking stores out. I went to Walmart, no glizzy pills. I went to Kroger, no glizzy pills. I went to HEB, no glizzy pills. For y'all who don't know what HEB is, it's a store in Texas. Nowhere to be found. Why? Why? We gotta do better, man.
But what are people trying to do? That's what I don't understand. Like, who's out there? Like,
I think it's just all marketing. You get a couple people talking about it, and even if it slightly works, and there's some success stories from people that aren't getting paid from it, then it takes off.
Well, let's stop bullshitting about it. Are you trying to get a harder boner or what?
I'm looking for the fountain of youth. That's all.
But
that's all it is.
But your little mustache and your little beard.
I'm bringing the mustache back, man. You noticed it?
Yeah. You got the old. I don't even know what you remember what they used to call that. It's not like it's not a Fu Manchu because you don't have like Fu Manchu was like a little bit longer, but you definitely have like almost a goatee, but not quite. But I forget what you call that one.
Yeah. I'm bringing. I figure the masks are coming off more. There's a lot more maskless going on, so I'm gonna show people the mustache.
I like it, dude. It's good.
Mustache rides are free. You know what
I mean? You should. Oh, dude, I saw this whole thread the other day. It was like in the 70s. Everybody had a shirt, and it was all the mustache rides for free kind of shit. It was like, how come, chicks with big boobs don't like, it would be like this whole saying that was perverted. Like some guys just had, I'm the best pervert, or it would be like shit like that. But it would always be like,
it was okay.
Yeah, it would always be, exactly. It was like pre-PC culture, and it was always sexual innuendos and stuff like that. But I like it. That's cool.
Let's talk about TVs or shows. Did you try any new movies or anything?
I did.
I saw the Quiet Place Part 2.
Oh, you did?
It was really good.
Did you guys go to the theaters yet?
Hell yeah.
That's dope, dude. So that was to remind me like the basic principle of the Quiet Place. Was that where you can't make noise because those creatures popped up and killed you, essentially?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, all right.
But it's a good movie, man.
Yeah, that's dope. Dude, I want to go to the movie theater so bad. I miss like the popcorn and the soda and the previews. And it's literally been 2 years since I've been in the movie theaters.
Go see The Quiet Place. It's a good theater movie.
Yeah.
Theater movie. Yeah. The sound, the Dolby Digital.
Yeah. I watched this thing on I think it's Netflix. It's called The Startup. It's like
how's that?
It's good. It's good, dude. It's like 3 seasons. I don't know if it's renewed because I think like it went off of TV back in 2018 and now it's picked up by Netflix for at least that old series, right?
Yeah. But
it's good. It's like so there's a hood dude, they're in New Orleans, so it's a hood dude, he's a black dude. There's like some preppy white guy. He used to be in the OC show. He's the nerdy guy from the OC. And then there's a Latina. I don't know where she's from. So anyway, those 3 collaborate on they initially do like a Bitcoin type thing or crypto. And then it just progressively dives into like other techie businesses they can get into. Because
is it engaging though? Is it good? Does it?
Yeah, because like every fucking episode there's some drama. He's in a gang, so he's got to do gang shit. The guy and the girl, they both got hustled out of money, like either their parents or whatever. So they've always been chasing money and are getting chased by other people. So it's like this whole like every episode is like, are we going to get the money? Are we not going to get the money? Do we owe people? Are they after us or not after us? And it's 3 seasons of that. So like, you know what I mean? It's a lot of stress.
Yeah. I didn't laugh though. I need to laugh at somebody.
It's fun. I mean, it's pretty funny. They got Ron Perlman, who was in Sons of Anarchy, and Hellboy. He's the Hellboy guy.
Hellboy,
yeah. So he's in there towards like the end of the 2nd season.
How about the Key and Peele episode? Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Was that you?
Yeah, I like the way you told it better, but yeah, He's just
Let me get your insurance card.
Yeah.
License to fart.
Yeah. He's like, this is just the laminated version. He's like,
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just my personality.
Yeah.
I love that excuse. I'm gonna use that when people are mad at me. I'm sorry. That's just my personality.
So are you willing to tell your dad's story again? I thought that was so hilarious.
Oh yeah, that's a good story. That's how I reminded me. So I was probably like in 8th grade maybe, and we're in my dad's pickup truck, and we're at a stop sign, and someone rear-ended us. But it wasn't even that bad. It was just a little nudge, you know.
Yeah.
And my dad comes out, and he looks at it, and then I think I was just a middle-aged dude, just normal nerd dude. And my dad's like, "Oh fuck, man, you really nailed me." The guy's like getting nervous, and it was barely a little sliver of a dent. And my dad says, "Hey, let's not even exchange insurance or paperwork and go through that drama. Let's just, we'll call it, $300, and let's just go about our way." And as a kid, I almost started believing my dad, like, "Oh, is this the way you do accidents?" Like, and the guy was like nervous. I think the guy didn't want to exchange information because his insurance is going to go up, right?
Right. Who would?
Yeah. So the guy's like, "Oh, 300 is kind of steep." And the guy didn't have 300 cash. And my dad's like, "Let's go to the ATM real quick. Whatever you can do for me. I'll just patch it up and my buddy will fix it." And then, so the liquor store, like right there, the guy didn't take off. He followed us, went in the liquor store. I think he pulled out like $140 and just gave it to my dad. And that was it.
Damn. That was a smart way to do that too. That's fucking ridiculous. Did you guys go anywhere after to celebrate, or was it just like,
I don't know. I think he bought a 12-pack of beer. I don't know. But I mean, it's a win-win. My dad got $140. He didn't fix the shit. He didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Then the guy didn't have to claim it. His insurance didn't go up. So
yeah. That's the way it works. I mean, Jesse got hit and we still have to deal with it. It's been a fucking year. I hope that the company still deals with it, but it's like one of those things, like when you do that, you got to go find a place and all that.
Yeah.
But the best part is the hustle. Like if you don't mind like a little fucking scratch on your paint, and somebody's willing to pay you just to kind of let it go, then
especially when you have a pickup, pickups can take a lot of damage, and my truck's got all kinds of scrapes on it.
You have a nice truck though. So like, what do you got scrapes on it from?
I think one girl did back into me, but it wasn't that bad. It was like a parking lot fender bender.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it really just depends.
When you have a truck, it comes with the territory, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah. It's all good, dude. Well, all right. Let's not procrastinate on this. I appreciate you doing this. I'll fill up. Yeah, let's do it. Get it.
I'm gonna get better. Don't worry.
Are you gonna take an actual fucking lesson, or are you just gonna
I'm self-taught, man? I'm self-taught, bro.
Just do Mary Had a Little Lamb on it, and then you get fucking good at it. Yeah, that's simple. All right, so wait, okay, one last thing. Who you got in this Jake Paul Merriweather fight?
Merriweather. Antoine Merriweather in Living Color.
What is his name? I said Merriweather.
Mayweather.
Oh, my bad. I can't think right now.
Merriweather.
I'm tired. So Merriweather.
Are you gonna watch it? Are you gonna watch it? I want to watch it. I'm not gonna pay for it, but I'm gonna watch it.
Well, you send me the link, but I want to watch it. Yeah, I want to watch it too. I think like Mayweather is just too fucking. He's such a professional. Like, what are you gonna do with him? If fucking
Logan Paul knocks him out.
No, what's his nuts? Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor couldn't do anything with him. Yeah. How the fuck is Logan Paul or Jake Paul?
Because he's bigger, he's taller, he's heavier. That's the only thing he's got for him.
He doesn't have the hand speed it takes to hit a guy like that.
Yeah. Well, how long do you give Logan Paul then? How many rounds?
Well, it's 8 rounds, so 8 rounds.
I say it goes 3 rounds.
Oh, okay. So you're thinking he gasses himself out and then Mayweather just kind of pounds him.
Yeah, I think he'll get knocked out in 3 rounds or under.
That's a great call. That's a great call. I'm gonna go 5 because the thing is like if he just keeps a defense, he can last. Like Mayweather's not gonna hit him. He'll hit him with body shots, but if you're determined, you could probably get 5. So I'm gonna go 5.
It's interesting that I kind of like it's on a Sunday afternoon.
Oh yeah, are they fighting in the United States?
Yeah, in Miami, Florida.
Oh, you're right. But it's also interesting is that these guys, like, I feel like these two the Paul brothers, they fucking know this whole pay-per-view game. So there's got to be like some formula involved to say like, okay, Saturday is whatever, but Sunday is like people are doing jacks. There's no football. There's no basketball. That's like coinciding.
It's super weird though, right? When was there like a prize fight or a big boxing match or even UFC on a Sunday early evening?
Yeah, but it could also be like money grabs too. Like this is the cheapest day to do it in this fucking place and blah blah blah. It's just weird. I mean, I think like nowadays, the nerds have it, the analysts have it. They could figure out how to do it. The fact that like it's boxing events in general, like who's the Gypsy King? What's his name? Tyson Fury. He was gonna fight Anthony Joshua, and they were gonna do that in like Saudi Arabia or somewhere crazy, or Dubai. Yeah, Dubai. And then like next thing you know, he's getting sued by Wilder, and now he's got to fight Wilder. But you leave like 500 million on the table. It's like these guys make so much goddamn money to do these fights. They got to figure it out.
I'm watching it.
So how are you gonna watch it? Let's talk that.
Bootleg right here. Bootleg.
Oh, you got the little stick. All right, well, fucking turn your FaceTime on and I'll watch it. You can't stop.
I guarantee if you go to, I guarantee you, bro. I guarantee you go to TikTok or Instagram, someone's got it up on their screen. Trust me.
Yeah.
But I'll shoot you the website.
Okay. All right. Well, we made this happen.
All right. Yeah.
We'll figure out some a little add-ins, but we're keeping on top. We got this episode's gonna be Rob plays the ukulele. How to play the ukulele with Rob.
Self-taught, baby. Self-taught.
All right. Dream tickets number 16. Boop, boop. Truly. There we go.
Easily I approach the fifth of him because I ain't no joke.